All right, so what we're doing today is we're going to do a complicated merge, and we're going to do this very special hidden livery. We're going to add it to two vehicles. Two of them will be blank plates. One of them is going to have Formula One wheels, and the other one's going to have Benny's. The reason this is very complicated merge is because I have no idea what the livery number is. And in order for me to figure it out, I need to do a special merge where I merge it onto a vagrant. Because I want to change the wheels on the vehicle, I want to change the Benny's wheels. Even though it already has Benny's wheels, I'm going to merge it onto the vagrant. Then I'm going to merge it onto Benny's. I'm still unsure about that one. I might just directly merge it back to the vehicle, the blank plated vehicle. So scrap that. I'm actually going to keep the wheels, so I'm not going to change the Benny wheels. All right. So it's going to be just one merge. I'm going to merge it onto the vagrant. I'm going to note down the number of the livery number on the vagrant, and then I'm going to merge it back to a blank plated Futo FDX. So let's start. As we know, the merge, I do this every single day so that everyone's aware that if it's still working or not working. Number one thing is we need to check online. In terms of settings, I'm going over the settings right now. So the first settings you want to check is the online. Then you go to options. And in options, you want to check join next mode from spectator box. Set that to don't join. Allow spectators off. Matchmaking is closed. It's possible join next mode from spectator box is not available. That's simply just because you have you don't have the arena wall. So allow spectators off. Matchmaking is closed. Now if you go to the right under settings, you need to have control assisted aim partial. If you don't have assisted aim partial, go back to online. Go quit to main menu, and in that section, you're going to be able to click on settings and change it, because you can't change it in GTA Online. Now the next setting you want to check is the display, and you need to have performance RT or fidelity. I always have mine on performance RT for this because it seems to work, so I don't change it. Next settings is you go to your blue interaction menu, and in the blue interaction menu you go to preferences. From preferences you go to map lip options. In map lip options you check every single one of these options. So series mode, you check that they're all showing, every subcategory. So series mode, all series custom, set it to custom and make sure that they're all showing. Contact mission, make sure that all contact missions are set to custom and that they all show. Jobs, all jobs are set to custom and every single job is showing. Activities, all activities are set to custom and they all show, which means it's not hide. Rival gameplay, all rival businesses are set to custom and they all show. Properties, all properties are set to custom and they all show. Store, all stores are set to custom and they all show. Event are all set to custom and they all show. And that's it. Now when you're looking to get glitched at the arena, it's the next part is you go to your map and then you hover over a job. So hover over the job that you see on your screen right here. You're going to join Anahuac 1P5 and 10P5. Now in order to join Anahuac 1P5 and 10P5, there's a playlist that I have on my channel where I explain how to get Anahuac. It's not going to be an easy thing or quick thing to explain, so I'm not explaining it right now. Review it through the playlist. So that said, you go to the map, you hover over the job that you see here. You'll notice that when you're away from the job, at the bottom options, you don't see the same thing that when you hover over it. Besides select blip, it doesn't say start job. But when you hover over it, besides select blip, it says start job. You want that to appear, but you don't do anything with it. What you do from here is you join Anahuac 1P5. So you join. When you join Anahuac 1P5, you're going to get a first yellow alert and you press X. On the second yellow alert, you press X and you press square. But how you do that is you press X, slide to square really fast. When you slide to square, you gotta make sure you remove your finger from X. So X square, hold square. So you don't let go of square. So X square, hold square. You need to get an alert that says this job. Are you sure you want to join this job? And then you count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you press X, and then you press X again. And then you're gonna notice your minimap is gone. And then you're gonna run over to the ticket booth, and then you're gonna press right on the D-pad when you're at the ticket booth, and then you're gonna buy a spectator ticket. So you join. It's gonna say the first thing you get is you join. Are you sure you want to join? Press yes, X square, and in this case it failed. The error messages were I got is there's a network error. What does this mean? It just means you failed. You gotta start again. I'm gonna fail a few times to explain the messages you can receive.
No, I'm in Los Santos
So you
right
hover
now.
over the job, join Anahuac 1P5.
Yeah, I'm on vacation.
Now sometimes what happens is you join up,
I sent some new
you press X on the first alert,
town, so we'll see.
try to press square, it says currently unavailable. That's normal. What does that mean? It means that you failed. You need to try again. The session you join is currently full. Return GT Online. What does that mean? It means you failed. You got to try again. Now your map is you didn't leave the map. It's still showing the map. What does that mean? Simply put, it means you failed. You need to try again. Sometimes it says you're in a bad sport lobby. What does that mean? It means you failed. You need to try again. Simple. I hope that explains for those people who are getting all these error messages wondering what's wrong. Now on my top left it says aim preference set to assisted aim partial, which means I'm still in the right settings for that. Alright, so hover over the job. I'm going to join Anahuac 1P5.
Why do you keep calling me? I thought we settled this.
There you go. See? You could get a lot of errors. That one said join full, the map didn't leave. These are all normal things that happen. Hover over the job,
quit calling me.
Join Anahuac 1P5, press X on the first yellow alert, X, slide to square, let go of the X, hold square. Do you want to start a job? Count 1, 2, 3. Do you want to start a job? 1, 2, 3, X, X. There you go. It glitched out. There's no more money map. Now you run over to the spectator box, to the ticket booth, and then you press right on the D-pad, spectate event, you press X. Now you're going to get stuck at a window. If you press spectate event and it goes to the job and then it asks you to quit the job, you've done it wrong. You didn't count slowly enough. 1, 2, 3, X, X, or you counted too slow. So it's all a little bit tricky, but it's timing thing. All that means is you haven't got the right timing, you didn't get it right, you got to try again. Alright, now that that's out of the way, once you are at the ticket booth and you're stuck, you join Anahuac 10P5 and then you accept the alert. Then you get a friend into the LS car meet and they invite you into the LS car meet. And now you're ready to do back-to-back merges. From this point on, you bring out the vehicle that you want to use the mods, the merges from.
So Santa's still looking for a wheelman.
Now the reason I'm using a Vagrant to merge this vehicle onto the same vehicle without a plate, with a blank plate, is because you can't merge one vehicle on top of another vehicle if it's the same exact vehicle, even if the modifications are different. You also need to make sure that your friend in the LS car meet brings out a completely different vehicle from any vehicle you're going to use for the merge. So Can't be the same as the Vagrant that I'm going to use. Can't be the Futu GTX, has to be something completely different. So I'm going to go ahead and get a vehicle that is different. Now this vehicle, I'm not going to be using it for any of the merges. So my friend brought out a vehicle that will not be used at all in these merges, so go ahead and get into their vehicle. From here, they will start a sprint. Now we're doing back to back, but they will leave the session at some point. From here, they go to their blue interaction menu. They go to LS car meet and they select sprint. I accept the sprint. Again, through their blue interaction menu, they go to manage vehicles, and when there's 2 seconds remaining, exactly 2 seconds, not 3, not 1, 2 seconds remaining, they press return personal vehicles storage. They select that option. Now this means that I get kicked out of their vehicle, and then I end up in this black screen that I can't get out of. It's a black loading screen with a white loading symbol in the bottom right. So I need to join ANOVAC 10P5. Then I accept the alert. Then I register as a CEO. I go to Secure Serve CEO and I select the CEO vehicle and get a buzzard out. Now I slowly drive over to the buzzard, get out the vehicle. It's going to be funny little camera angles. Now your friend in the LS car meet remains in the LS car meet, so they stay there. They don't leave. Once you get into your buzzard, you fly high enough that on the way down, you're preparing to join ANOVAC 10P5. But you don't join them until you actually spawn back in the vehicle. But you just want to go high enough that on the way down, you're basically ready to join ANOVAC 10P5 when you see yourself spawn in that vehicle. So after you see the wasted banner, you'll spawn in your vehicle, and at this point you join ANOVAC 10P5. From here, you go back to Secure Serve CEO, go to CEO Abilities, and request a luxury helicopter. Your luxury helicopter will spawn generally in the same spot every time. If this is your first time you're merging, you basically follow the noise of the helicopter. The louder it gets, the closer you are, and you want to drive in circles so that you can look behind you, because it's hard to see in front of you. Alright, when you get to your luxury helicopter, get close enough that you get into it by pressing triangle. Once you're in the luxury helicopter, you press down on your left joystick to press L3. And my vehicle is at the Maze Bank Tower, so I'm going to go to the Maze Bank Tower. Now once you're at the office, you're going to walk towards your receptionist. Again, I make it look a lot easier than it is because I've done this a lot. But it's a bit tricky, so do one step at a time. Again, your friend who's in the LS car meet stays in the LS car meet.
Anything you need, boss. Oh, hi.
Now, once initially the receptionist will greet you, but you need to get closer enough that she greets you again. She greets you the second time. You press right on the D-pad, you stop walking, and you go look for your personal vehicle. That's the option you select when you press right on the D-pad.
You got a nice fleet,
From
boss.
here, you go and find the car that you wanted. In my case, it's in the Eclipse Boulevard, B1. I'm going to select the Vagrant.
Your personal vehicle is being brought up now.
gonna do something interesting with the vagrants. I'm gonna check the livery number. So what I've done is I selected a vehicle that the vehicle modification is gonna merge onto. Now once you're outside of the office, you go into your CEO and select CEO vehicles, and again you select a buzzard. Sometimes there's a bit of a delay. You wait for the delay. Don't walk around because the buzzard will spawn somewhere weird if you request it later. So the vagrant is there. That's where the merges are going to go onto. I go ahead, get into the buzzard, fly up high enough. I like to walk to the buzzard. Some people drive there. I prefer to walk. Fly high enough so that on the way down, I'm preparing to join NOAC 10P5. But I don't join NOAC 10P5 until I'm in the vehicle, after I land. So you jump out, you don't open up your parachute. On the way down, join NOAC 10P5. But you don't actually join until you see yourself in the vehicle. There we go. Join now. Once you can move, you ask your friend to leave the LS car meet and to close the game, full stop, close the game through the switcher. And then they join back through an invitation you sent earlier. If you didn't send an invitation earlier, send one now, and they'll join back. Have them spawn into the LS car meet or get it to the LS car meet. This will at least say that the host is left and allow you to have a better view of your driving around. From here you'll notice that your mods are on your vagrant. We're gonna go check delivery number. On this vehicle. So you make your way to Los Santos Customs. Now you don't have a mini map, so it's a matter of remembering how to get there. So a good indication is if you can see the Vinewood lights on the hill, you're heading in the right direction, or you can check in slow-mo like where I went. From here,
Better than new.
oh, this is interesting. So now what I want to do is that you need to change something on the vehicle that's not the wheels, it's not the something random that doesn't impact the colors or anything. So the livery on this is number 3, and I'm gonna write that down because it's very important. So livery number 3. The reason it's important is that when you merge back onto the, if you want to keep this livery and change anything else on it, you now have a reference to what livery number it is. Now, although it says number 3, and you might have number 3 in the Futo GTX without the hidden livery, it's only by putting it on the Vagrant or a vehicle, another vehicle, and then merging on top of it that you'll notice that the livery will come up. It's all a bit complicated, I know. So the only thing I'm going to change is the exhaust. So I want to keep everything else the same. Because the livery number is number 3. What that means is I can go ahead and merge this on top of a Tornado custom. On a Tornado custom and on a F1, a Formula 1 vehicle without the Vagrant, because both of those vehicles have at least number 3 livery. But since I want to keep the wheels exactly the same, I'm going to go ahead and merge that vehicle directly onto the blank plated Futo GTX that I have. Alright, so now we know the livery number.
Hey, you looking to an auto shop yet? So Santa's still...
That's how you find out the delivery numbers, by putting it on a Vagrant. Now the Vagrant has a lot of livery numbers, and sometimes hidden liveries are quite a high number, and the Vagrant will be able to determine what number that is. If you try to put it on a different car than the Vagrant, sometimes the number's too high and it won't show up. It'll just completely have nothing on it, no livery. So this is how you find out what hidden livery number you have, which will help you determine the next steps. Alright, so now it does seem a little bit tricky, but just remember, if you didn't use the Vagrant and the livery number was much higher, which is a much higher number than what the Tornado Custom or the Formula 1 vehicle that you're going to use would be able to receive, both, like, you'd have to then merge back onto the Vagrant. So you'd have to do the original merge back onto the Vagrant and redo the merge onto one of those two vehicles if you wanted Bennies or Formula 1s. This is why when you're looking to find out which hidden livery you have and you want to change wheels, that you first merge it onto the Vagrant. Alright, so now that we have the livery number, we're going to actually just straight merge this back onto the Futo GTX with the blank plates. So you get into your friend's vehicle in the LS car meet. They send you an invite through the sprint by going through the blue interaction menu, LS car meet, and select sprint. Once you've accepted the sprint, again, the friend in the LS car meet will go to their blue interaction menu under manage vehicles. When there's 2 seconds remaining, they were going to return personal vehicle to storage. So when there's 2 seconds remaining, not 3, not 1, 2. Now this will kick you out of the vehicle and you go ahead and join Anahuac 10 P5. Now, you go ahead in your secure serve, you go to CEO vehicles and request a CEO vehicle for the buzzard. Again, your friend remains in the LS car meet until much later. So they stay in the car meet and then make sure that they don't get kicked out for being idle. You head over to your buzzard, you get into your buzzard, you fly up high enough so that on the way down you don't survive. And once you spawn into your vehicle, you join Anahuac 10 P5. As always, I always say that you try to time them so that you have you're able to join you're able to join Anahuac as you land. So then once you've landed, you get a banner. Obviously you don't open up a parachute. you accept the alert, and then you go into Secure Serve CEO. Just so you're aware, if you do it too soon, or you forget to join NOAC 10P5, you're going to get stuck there. So it means you just have to join NOAC 10P5 again and accept the alert. Alright, so once you've requested a luxury helicopter, you wait for your helicopter to come over. If it's the first time you do the merge, you listen to the noise of the helicopter. If you know where your helicopter most likely will spawn, and you head over to your helicopter, and then you get into it. You press triangle to get into your luxury helicopter. Once you're in the luxury helicopter, you press down on your left joystick, press L3, head on over to the base bank tower where your vehicle is located.
Your office? Okay. I'll be back whenever you need me.
Boss.
So from here, you walk over to your receptionist. She'll greet you initially, and then she'll greet you again. When she greets you again, you press right on the D-pad, stop walking.
What do you need?
Select personal vehicle.
How do you choose
and then you
between
head
your
on
children?
over and get the vehicle you wanted. The not modded FTX is in Garage Boulevard 2. That's where I put it.
You're looking very sharp, boss. They're bringing your personal vehicle around right now.
Now using the Vagrant, I'm going to merge on top of the Futo GTX, which has a blank plate. So the blank plate will remain on the vehicle, but everything else will change. Once you're outside of the office, you go into Secure Serve CEO, request CEO vehicle, and get a buzzard. So this is what it looks like before the merge. And it's got a blank plate. I'm gonna go ahead and head over to the buzzard. Obviously the camera angles are a little bit crazy, but you try to make it your way to the buzzard, get into the buzzard, make sure your friend is still in the LS car meet and doesn't get kicked out for being idle. You fly up in the buzzard high enough so that on the way down you're preparing yourself to join NOAC 10P5, but don't join until you're in the vehicle. After you jump out without a parachute, and there's going to be a wasted banner. After the wasted banner, you're going to spawn into your vehicle. Once you spawn into the vehicle, that's when you actually join NOAC 10P5. Alright, so spawn into the vehicle, join NOAC 10P5, and then I asked my buddy to leave the game, so close the game through their switcher, and then join back in the invite I sent them earlier. Since this is back to back, they're using the same invite as earlier, and they will spawn back in the LS car meet. Now it's going to say that the host has left the session, and it's going to allow me to start driving. Earlier, the only thing I changed was the exhaust. And I'm going to change the exhaust back. So I still have the hidden livery. And I've got a blank Yankton plate. I was hoping I'd have the blank Yankton plate with the stripe, the line striped across it.
Here for the magic touch. All patched up. Just looking at that engine gives me a hard on.
Let's take a look at. All right, and that's how you would. That's how you would keep a livery, a hidden livery on a vehicle if you wanted to have all the modifications. Is you go through, merge it onto the vagrant. Now I put it onto a blank plated vehicle from a non-blank plated, but I wanted everything else to remain the same, so I merged it onto a vagrant, and which allowed me to figure out which livery number. Now I know that it's livery number 3. Which means the next step is to go onto the Formula 1 vehicle. But since livery number 3, I can directly merge this onto the Formula 1 vehicle. If it was the livery like number 24, there is no 24 livery on the Formula 1 vehicle, so I wouldn't have been able to merge it without the vagrant. So in this case, I'm going to basically use the Futo GTX to merge onto a Formula 1 vehicle, and then use the Formula 1 vehicle to merge back onto a blank plated Futo GTX with Formula 1 tires, wheels. So again, once again, get a friend to invite me to the LS Car Meet. And they bring out a car that I'm not going to use at all in the merges. So you never want to have 2 of the same cars across any of the process. I'm actually going to use the original Futo GTX to merge onto the Formula 1 vehicle.
You need something, huh? One of your rides? Let me know.
Now the original Futo GTX had a stripe, a red stripe across the Yankton plate. I was trying to replicate that, but it looks like I can't. Not in this fashion. Just gonna wait for the cooldown and merge that on top of the Formula 1. Now this is showing you how to find a hidden livery. So you gotta use the vagrant. Once you find the hidden livery, then you're able to merge, you merge on top of the vagrant, and then if you want to change Benny's, you would merge on top of the Tornado Custom or on any Benny's car, and then go to Benny's and change the wheels.
Still looking for a wheelman.
There we go. You see how there's a stripe on the Yankton plate? I'm not able to keep that stripe, so I'm just going to use the original vehicle, put it onto the Formula 1 car, and then put it back on a Futo GTX that's blank plate. So from here, your friend sends you a sprint invite through the blue interaction menu. LS car meet sprint. You accept the sprint. Again, through the blue interaction menu, they go to manage vehicles. When there's less than 2 seconds remaining, or when there's 2 seconds, exactly 2 seconds, they return personal vehicle storage. So when there's 2 seconds remaining. Not 3, not 1, 2. 4, 3, now. At this point, you're going to get stuck on the screen, so you join Anahuac 10P5. Now, I have 2 Futo GTX with blank plates because I transferred them over. The video for transferring is further down. Alright, from this point on, you go to your CEO and then you request your buzzard. At this point, you haven't left the CEO because this is a back-to-back.
Cuidado!
You drive carefully over to your buzzard and get into your buzzard. Once you're in your buzzard, you fly high enough so that on the way down you don't survive, and once you're in the vehicle again, once you spawn in the vehicle, not before, you join Anahuac 10P5. You want to fly high enough so that the helicopter doesn't land on your car before you can join Anahuac 10P5. After this, once you're spawning into your vehicle, at this point you join Anahuac 10P5. Now you get unstuck, so you're able to move and you're able to open up your CEO Secure Serve and go into CEO abilities and request a luxury helicopter. Again, at this point it's back to back. You'll have, you know by now, where your helicopter is likely to spawn. Doesn't spawn the same spot, make sure you listen to the helicopter noises so that you can get to it.
Please clear the landing area.
Once the helicopter's there, you head on over to it. Park far enough away so you don't constantly character doesn't keep trying to get into your car. You enter the luxury helicopter, you press down on the left joystick for L3.
Where would you like to
My
fly?
car's in the Maze Bank Tower.
Work.
So I'm going to put it on Formula 1 wheels.
Get there soon.
And since the livery is number 3,
See you soon, boss.
I'll be able to then immediately use the Formula 1 vehicle to merge onto the other Futo GTX, and then I'll have Formula 1 wheels.
There's the boss. Oh, hi.
So you walk,
What can
once
I
you're in
do
the
for
office,
you?
you walk over to your receptionist. She'll greet you initially, but you want to make sure that she greets you the second time. Then you press right on D-pad and request
You
personal
got a nice
vehicle.
fleet, boss.
Go ahead and find the vehicle you want the merges to go onto. In my case, it's the
Did I mention
Formula
that I
1
have
vehicle,
an
the
MBA?
DR1.
No problem. I'll have your personal vehicle brought around.
From here, you go to, once you're outside of the office, you go to Secure Serve CEO, you request CEO vehicles, and again you request a buzzard. I like to run over to my buzzard. I don't move until I've requested a buzzard. And I'm going to put the merges onto this vehicle here, because I want to put Formula 1 on the Futo GTX. So head over to the helicopter. I want to fly high enough so that I'm able to make sure to not survive, and also want to make sure that the helicopter doesn't land on the vehicle. Now once you've landed without a parachute, you won't survive. You wait until you actually spawn into your vehicle. Once you spawn into your vehicle, then you can join on a WAC 10 P5. Now what you'll notice is that the Formula 1 vehicle has Benny's tires, and it has a completely different livery that's normal. That's just a livery number. From this point on, you'd request your friend to leave the game and then to join back through the last invite you send them, because now this is a back-to-back, so they can use the same invite from last time. Now you wait until it says that the host is left and that you're able to actually drive better, and you make your way to the Los Santos Custom. Now to get there, like I said, you look for the Vinewood sign or head over to towards the hill. Since this is back-to-back, if you're doing back-to-back, you'll have recognized that how to get to Los Santos Custom. I head over to Santo Custom, and I'm just going to change one thing on the vehicle, something that's not going to impact the colors or the livery, because I want to keep everything the same except for the wheels, or as close to the same as possible, except for the wheel type, because I'm going to change these back to Formula 1 tires, because I want Formula 1 tires on my next merge.
What miracle did you want me to perform?
This is how you keep everything the same.
100% guaranteed.
Yeah, I like with a lot of red in it. And then I'm gonna tire design. Oh, red might be cool. Because I change everything back to Formula 1 tires. It's enough saving. Keep the mods, and then my friend in the LS Car Me will invite me again, and then accept the invite. Once in the LS Car Me, you bring out the Formula 1 vehicle you've just updated. And then your friend's going to bring out a car as well, and the car has to be one that you're not using at all, so it can't be one of the two that you're using. If you're doing back-to-back, you also don't want, you just want them to bring out a random car you won't be using in any of your back-to-back merges, if you know what you're doing ahead of time. So, sorry, I'm just changing some outfits. My other characters, I have different outfits to save the game, to force save the game. Alright, so from here on, you head on over to your friend's vehicle. They bring it out, and you bring out your Formula One car.
Hey, you looking to an auto shop yet? See ya.
So this is the Formula One car you have, and they will bring out a car that's not going to be used in the merges. So you get into their car, and they will send an invite to a sprint, which you accept. So they do that by going into the blue interaction menu, LS car meet, selecting sprint. From here you accept the sprint, and then through the blue interaction menu again, when there's when there's 2 seconds remaining, they will go through their managed vehicles and return special vehicle to storage. And there's 2 seconds remaining, not 3, not 1, 2. Now, this kicks you out of their vehicle, and then you get stuck on the screen. You join Anahuac 10P5. From here, you go to your CEO and you request a CEO vehicle, the buzzard. You make your way over to the buzzard. Now the Formula One vehicles are very, very fast, so you might want to take it easy. So once you're at your buzzard, you get into the buzzard, you fly up, you jump high enough so you don't survive, and then once you spawn back into your vehicle, you will join Anahuac 10P5. And don't join Anahuac 10P5 until you're actually in the vehicle. You spawn back in the vehicle. If you think you've joined but then all of a sudden you're still stuck, join Anahuac 10P5 again. It means it didn't work. But that would only happen if you joined too soon. Alright, so once I spawn the vehicle, join Anahuac 10P5, then I'm able to open up my blue interaction menu, go to my CEO abilities, and request a luxury helicopter. From here, I head on over to where my luxury helicopter will spawn. For me, it always spawns here because I'm very consistent in my method. If yours is not spawning here or in the same spot every time, you want to make sure that you listen to the helicopter noises and you head on over to it.
Coming in for landing. Give me some space.
Once you're there, park far enough that you're not constantly being directed into your vehicle, and press triangle to get into the luxury helicopter.
Settle in and
Press
relax.
down on the
We'll
left
get you there
joystick for
safely.
L3. Maze
Just
Bank
give me
Tower
the
is
location
where I
and
want
I'll
to be.
take care of the rest. Your office? Okay. Just call when you need me out again.
Now your friend is still in the LS car meet, as per before. Nothing's changed there.
Good to see you, boss.
You head on over to the receptionist until you can press
How
right
can
on
I help
D-pad
you?
and get a few options. Select personal
Quite a
vehicle,
collection you've got here.
and mine is in Eclipse Boulevard 4, Futo GTX.
Your personal vehicle is being brought up now.
Once you're outside of the office, you get a CO vehicle and you wait for your buzzard to be available, which you will select. Again, your friend is still in the LS car meet at this point. So now you select the buzzard. I like to walk over. You could drive over because your car's here, but I prefer to walk over. Run over, and then head over to the buzzard, get into the buzzard. Fly high enough so that on the way down you don't survive. Once you spawn into your vehicle, you join Anahuac 10P5. out. You're not going to survive. And then you wait to spawn into your vehicle. At which point you join Anahuac 10P5. And then once you can move in the vehicle, you ask your friend to leave the LS car meet. If you're doing another back-to-back, they can join you back. You head on over to the Los Santos Customs. Got myself lost a little bit, so I'm just going to retrace my steps. And I'm going to look for a reference point, and for me that's the hill. I can see the hill over there, so that's my reference point. And I know that once I see the hill, I want to go to the left, make your way to Los Santos Custom. It's not always easy, and it's easy to get lost, so don't worry about it. Don't stress out, you will find your way. This is an extra long stream, an extra long live stream about how to merge hidden livery, how to find it, how to find the number, and then how to use that to be able to get onto Formula One wheels or onto Benny's vehicle.
What's wrong with her now? That should do the trick.
I'm just going to change one thing on it because I like everything about it. There you go. So now you have it on Formula One vehicle. Formula One tires. Alright, so I'm going to do it back to back. So I'm going to get an invite back to the LS Carmen. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to bring out a vehicle. Again, the important thing here is that so you find out what the hidden livery is by merging it onto a vagrant first. Once you have the livery number, you don't need to keep the same look. You don't need to have the same fit out. So how about we do something special? And we're going to actually keep the livery, but we're going to get a car, we're going to completely change the look of it. We're going to change the colors and everything. So you're even going to change
You're through to your garage.
I'm going to keep it on Formula Ones, and I'm going to use a Tornado Custom.
I'll bring it by.
That I've already merged.
So Santa's still looking for a wheelman. Hi.
It has Liberty City plates on it. What if we want to keep this plate, this style, but we want to put that hidden livery on it. What you do in that case is you change the livery number to number 3, because that's what it was on the Vagrant.
Sir.
Go ahead and change this to number 3. Oh, it's not possible here.
Catch you on the other side.
Alright. Because it's a Benny's vehicle, I'm actually going to change his wheels as well. So I'm going to unglitch. So to unglitch, you go to join Anahuac 1P5. Accept the first alert, but don't accept the second alert. This is a complex merge. This is multiple complex merges. Originally what I was trying to do was keep the plate strike on it. So that I would be able to do that, but I'm not able to, so what I'm going to do instead is, instead of having two cars looking pretty much the same with Yankton plates, one of them with a strike through and the other one without, just blank Yanktons, I'm going to put a Liberty City vehicle on it. And just kind of give it a different cool look. Again, because it's livery number 3, you can put almost any car that has at least 3 liveries. I know it seems pretty unspectacular, but if it was livery number 15, you wouldn't be able to do it this way, because you'd have to merge it. Like, say for example, it was livery number 15, I'd have to, and I wanted to do Liberty City style vehicle, but I wanted different plates. I go to Benny's first, which is what I'm doing right now. But I have to go to the Benny's first, get the tires that I want, merge that on top of the Vagrant, select livery number, whichever livery is the right one on the Vagrant, and then merge the Vagrant on top of the vehicle. But in this case, it's livery number 3, which the Tornado Custom already has that number. So I can go straight into, and I wouldn't have known it was number 3 until I put it on the Vagrant. And I use the Vagrant because if it's a very high number livery, it'll still capture it. It'll capture the number. Alright. Go to Benny's, change the wheels.
What am I doing for you?
Let's see, what wheels should we put on this one? Let's get a red one, like a blue one like this, yeah. That'll look good. Red and blue. And then when you go to the liveries, livery, you select number 3. Oh, it doesn't say number 3 on it. I wonder if none counts as 3. I think none is 1, 2, and 3 coiled pinstripe. We'll find out soon. Alright, now I'm gonna need to get glitched out. So go to the arena. The arena, as per usual, you stand at near the ticket booth. I've gone through the settings at the beginning of this video, so I'm not going through them again. I'm gonna hover over the job join Anahuac 1P5. Press X on the first alert. X, slide to square, let go of X as I do that, hold square. Make sure they see the, are you sure you want to join this job? Alert. I will count to 3, and 1, 2, 3, then I press X and X. Let's do it. First alert is X, and X square, hold square. Didn't work. The session you're trying to join is for bad sport. What does that mean? It means you gotta try again. Join Anahuac 1P5. Didn't work. Bad sport. Means I need to try again. Hover over the job, join Anahuac 1P5. One, 2, 3, X, X. There we go. We have no minimap. You head over to ticket booth, you press right on the D-pad, you select X to spectate event. You're stuck at the window. Join Anahuac 10P5. Get your friend at the LS car meet to invite you in. Accept the invite. Bring in the car whose merges you want to use into the LS car meet.
Hey, you looking to an auto shop yet? Susanna's still hunting for that business partner.
Okay, so this is the car whose mods I want to use, and I have a red version of this. I want to get a blue version of it. Now I selected the third livery, and I counted none as number 1, so we'll find out if that was the right move. I think that's why people select the Vagrant as well, because it's got enumerated livery. Alright, so my friend brings in a vehicle. I hop in, invite me to a sprint. I'm not going to go through all the steps again, just because, like every single step in detail, because I've done this a couple of times already. I accept the sprint, kick me out of the vehicle when there's 2 seconds remaining. Not 1, not 3, 2. Once I'm kicked out, go ahead and join Anahuac 10P5 because I'm stuck at the screen, and of course your friend stays in the LS car meet this whole time to tell them to leave. So if ever you're wondering what your friend should be doing, they stay in the LS car meet until you tell them to leave. So you're still in your CEO, you request a buzzard, and you gently make your way over to the buzzard. Get into your buzzard, fly high enough so you don't survive. Once you are in the vehicle again, once you spawn back in the vehicle, you join Anahuac 10P5. So you jump out, no parachute, and then you wait until you get a banner that says wasted, and then you're actually in the vehicle before you join Anawak 10P5. If you join Anawak 10P5 and you're still stuck, join them again. Once you can open up your blue interaction menu, go to see your abilities, request a luxury helicopter. And then you head on over to where your helicopter spawns. Oops. Missed the gate.
I'm gonna need you to move out to my landing zone.
Once your luxury helicopter arrives, you park far enough away so that you can just enter easily. Press triangle to enter. Then you're going to press down on your left joystick, L3.
Welcome on board.
Select
You're
Maze
in
Bank
safe
Tower.
hands today. You gotta work, you gotta work. We're on the way. Be good now. I'll be waiting for another call.
Anything you need,
And then
boss.
from here, you head
Hi
on
there.
over to your receptionist.
need?
Once you're close, you select right on the D-pad. You get personal
You got
vehicle.
a nice fleet, boss.
And in this case, I want to get Futo
They're
GTX in
bringing your
Eclipse
personal
Boulevard
vehicle
Level
around
2,
right now.
Basement 2. Once you're outside the office, through your CEO, you request the buzzard again. And as you all know, I like to run over to mine. Get into the buzzard. The vehicle you brought out will receive all the mods. Your friend is still in the LS car meet. Fly high enough that after the wasted banner, you spawn back into the vehicle. Once you're back in the vehicle, at that point you join Anawak 10P5, and you'll be able to get unstuck and drive around. And then once you are in the vehicle and you're unstuck and you can drive around, you ask your friend to leave the session. If you're doing a back-to-back, of course they join you back through your last invite. It'll say that the host is left, and then all of a sudden you can drive properly. Go ahead and... So we got the right livery. So selecting 3, including none, as 1, you're able to get the hidden livery.
What brings you in today? All patched up?
Now if we look at delivery boy, so it shows up now, but before it wasn't showing up. It was considered a secret livery. There you go. So there you have it. I believe that that's probably just a hidden livery if it doesn't have the drift option. Did we change anything on there? Need to change something in order to save it. Save the minutes.
What can the best mechanic in LS do for you? Should be running better than ever.
Doesn't seem to do much.
Now that's a custom job. Looking sharp.
I don't know any about mine. Alright, so that's how you would do another merge from a custom, from a Benny's vehicle. Everyone have a great day.